Hey everyone, so today I am doing my last ever study with me ever, because tomorrow I have my last ever exam in my whole life pretty much, unless I do like a degree at some other point, but at the moment I'm not planning on it. So tomorrow I've got my last ever university education, any sort of exam like that. It's very exciting, so I thought I would film my last ever study with me, because obviously I'm not gonna hopefully need to study again, at least for a very long time. So that is the plan for today. Like I said, it is the day before my last exam, so this is kind of how I revise the day before an exam. It's actually currently 6:30 in the morning, hence why I probably look very tired. The day before an exam I like to get up a little bit earlier, especially today because I haven't done as much revision for this exam as I would have hoped. So I'm up nice and early. It's a really lovely day. It's been lovely the last few days, which has been nice. It has made revision a little less tedious. So this morning I am finishing off some bits that I didn't get done yesterday. So I am making some mind maps for a couple of topics. This exam is on memory and I have 8 different topics that could come up. So I'm making a mind map on each of those, and I think I've got 1.5 left to do. So that is the plan for this morning. I've got my cup of tea there to hopefully make me feel a little bit more alive. And yeah, I'm hoping I can get this done fairly quickly, because then I've got a lot of other stuff that I need to do today to try and actually get this information in my head. So I have just finished this mind map. It took me longer than I expected. It is now 7:20 and this is the one that I had already started yesterday. So a little bit annoying. I've got one left to do until I have breakfast, but this is all about medial temporal lobes and autobiographical memory. Very exciting, very thrilling, and with this one I've kind of colour coded different theories with different highlighters, but I thought I would quickly go over what revision I have done so far this year for these topics, because it kind of helps show how I've got to this point. So I started with writing notes, which is not a good way of revising. I don't recommend it. I don't think it does anything. It doesn't make the information go in your head at all. But when I'm just starting with revision months in advance, I can't just go straight into the hard stuff. So I basically wrote out all of my notes, and I mean I quite like it because it refreshes my memory. 2 of these modules were from last term, so I've not looked at them in ages. So it was quite nice to just go through everything and write everything out. So I have filled this entire book up with notes for all 3 exams, which is just a little bit ridiculous. So that is what I started with. I then made essay plans for each topic. So each module has like 8 topics, and I have done an essay plan for each one, which was very time consuming. I did about 2,000 words for each essay plan, which is obviously incredibly long, but I'm hoping that this will have made it a little bit more easy to understand and learn. And for this exam I've got tomorrow, my lecturer was actually really nice and he gave us a list of questions that could potentially come up in the exam. So I've made essay plans for those questions that he gave us. I then move on to the mind maps. And I find mind maps so sad because you spend so much time on them and then literally they're useless after the exam. So these are all of my ones for my 2 exams I've already had. Literally so much writing. Oh, and I just have to throw them away, which is so sad. And I've not done it yet because I can't bring myself to do it. But then these are the ones for this exam. A lot of information. I mean, mind maps shouldn't probably have this much writing on if you want to do like an effective mind map. But this is what I've done, 7 topics, and then I've got 1 more left to do, and then I'm going to have some breakfast. Final mind map is done. This is definitely my worst one out of all of them, but it is the last one, and that is what matters. So now I'm going to go grab some food because I'm actually starving. It is 8:20 and I'm probably going to take maybe a 20-25 minute break, and then I'm going to crack on with some other revision. It is now 9 o'clock and I'm going to continue with some revision. I'm going to make some flashcards on cram. I think I've done half of the topics so far yesterday, So I think I probably have 4 topics worth of flashcards to make, which is a bit tedious and not very good revision making flashcards, but I can't revise them unless I make them, so I'm going to try and do that as quickly as possible now. Also, please excuse my revision outfit. I'm literally wearing a grey t-shirt and grey men's joggers from Primark. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm revising I literally wear anything that is comfortable and I do not care whatsoever what I look like. So if you notice what I'm wearing, please excuse that, because it is not anything fashionable or nice in the slightest. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with those flashcards now. I am still looking incredibly tired, but I have just finished those flashcards. It is 10:30, so it didn't take me too long, but I'm in dire need of a cup of tea and some energy. So I'm going to take a little 10-15 minute break now, get myself a cup of tea, get myself a snack, and then I'm not quite sure where to go from here. I need to learn the flashcards and kind of learn everything. So I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to spend maybe half an hour on each topic going through the flashcards, and then half an hour kind of writing information out and making sure I can actually like write essays and know how it all links and that sort of thing. But I've got 8 topics, so if I spend an hour on each one, that's 8 hours, and if it's 10:30 now, I feel like that's going to be very long, but we will see. I'm going to attempt it, but for now I'm going to go down and get myself a cup of tea, and then I will decide what I'm doing. Tea has been made. I'm hoping that the caffeine in this helps me out a little bit, because I'm feeling very tired at the moment. But I have decided that I'm going to go through my flashcards on Cram. I think I've mentioned Cram like a billion times on my channel. Not sponsored by them, I've just used them for absolute years. Like if I go all the way back on this website, I've got flashcards from like my GCSEs on here. So I am fully committed to this website and I love using it. I'm not going to film me actually reading the flashcards because I'm filming this on my phone and I go through them on my phone on the app. So I'm going to basically spend half an hour going through my first topic, which is anterograde memory, wherever it is here. I'm going to spend half an hour, try and learn it. There's an actual section on the Cram app called Cram to cram flashcards. I know you wouldn't guess it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that section because I find it really helps. It goes through them in a way that you basically have to learn them all. So that's what I'm going to do for half an hour, and then I will probably spend half an hour writing stuff down and making sure that I've actually remembered stuff. It is now just after 1:30 and I am very hungry, so I'm about to go down and get some lunch. But I've managed to do 2 topics so far, which I'm happy with. I wanted to get 2 done. I have done my first 2 topics, which are probably the easiest topics, which isn't ideal. Probably should have maybe started with the harder ones when I have energy and then done the easy ones when I'm like really tired this evening. But either way, I have done 2 topics. I spent probably about 45 minutes going through the flashcards for them until I'd kind of got them down, and then after that I did about 15 minutes of blurting. So I basically wrote down everything I could remember in a sort of essay format. Like, it's an absolute mess. It's also on the back of like a messed up my map. It's really messy, but I basically just scribbled down all of the study names and how I'd kind of organised them in different paragraphs, and that has seemed to really work, so I'm happy with that way of doing things. I'm gonna get some lunch now, and then I'm gonna continue doing the same sort of thing with the 6 topics that I've got left. It is now 20 to 6 and I've only just finished my 3rd topic of flashcards. I'm about to do like the blurting thing to see what I can remember, but I've still got 5 topics to do and it's almost 6 o'clock. I don't know what is wrong with me. I took like a reasonable lunch break. It was like an hour and a half, and then when I came up to work, I'm feeling really chill about this exam. Like, I'm not stressed about it, but all of a sudden my body was like stressed, like it was freaking out. Like my heart was beating really fast and I felt sick, and I have no idea where it came from because I wasn't feeling nervous or anything at that moment in time. So that wasn't really very fun, so I kind of took out some time just to chill, got myself another cup of tea. I just kind of relaxed until that went away. It is also so hot today. I think it's 24, 25 degrees, hence why my cheeks are so red, because there is no breeze and I've got both my windows open, but it's still like a sauna in here. So I have not done as much work as I had hoped / anticipated, which is not ideal when the exam is tomorrow morning at 9:30. Oh, I think the stress is kind of setting in a little bit, so I'm going to still persevere with those. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to have dinner, and then I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to hope to get at least 6 of them done today, and then I'm going to get up really early tomorrow to finish it. It's definitely not an ideal situation, but it is the situation, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to deal with it, and I'm gonna have to just try and make the next few hours super productive. I have just finished learning 2 more topics, so I have learnt half of my topics now, and it is like 8 o'clock I think. So I have made the quickest / least nutritional dinner ever. It's literally pasta with cheese, and I'm going to eat this really quickly and then carry on with my other topics. I am now in bed. It is like 9:30. I'm going to bed very early tonight, even though I've still got 3 topics that I haven't revised. I'm such an idiot, honestly. I'm planning on getting up at 5 tomorrow to finish them, which isn't going to be fun, but I work so much better in the mornings than I do in the evenings, so I figured it's probably worth me going to bed now and then just waking up early. But that has been my final study with me video. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm sorry it wasn't a very good example. Don't leave that much revision till that, like, the last minute. I don't recommend it. It's not a good idea. I mean, I have done a lot of revision, so even if I don't go over these topics tomorrow, I'm sure I will remember something if they do come up in the exam. But yeah, that has been everything. By the time you're watching this, I will have finished, which is just an amazing thought. I cannot wait. We're having a barbecue tomorrow to celebrate, and I am very excited about that. But yeah, I'm going to go to sleep now. Hopefully we'll have a very good night's sleep and all that information will stay in my head, and then I will be up nice and early tomorrow. And I think I'm going to vlog tomorrow, which will probably be up before this video, I reckon. But I'm going to vlog like my final day of exams, so that will be up on my channel probably before this. If it's not already, that's what you can be expecting. But yeah, I'm going to go to bed now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!